I want to specifically talk about prayer as vision, prayer in our eyes. Now, that's a different way. Most people do is pray in our mouths, pray with our hearts, but the Jewish people have a very specific prayer, and it's specifically a prayer of our vision. Now, I want to just talk a little bit more about this relationship that's developed here with this fellowship. It's hard to convey the experience of my life in this virtual forum on Zoom, but I live in the mountains of King David, the biblical mountains of Ziph, where, according to the Midrash, most of the book of Psalms was written there, most of them before David was ever king. I'm 15 minutes outside of Bethlehem. It's like King David's backyard when he wrote, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not fear." He was a young boy, shepherding his sheep, developing his relationship with the land, with life, with animals, with God, with nature. And he's like, I'm shepherding these sheep. They don't really understand where they're going, and I don't really know where I'm going. Like, God is my shepherd. That happened in the mountains in which I live. And I've received over the last week prayers from all over the world. And I have done my best to keep them on my mind and on my heart as much as I can. But then I take a dedicated time and I go out into the mountains of Judea alone, and I pour my heart out, and I pour our hearts out together before Hashem. And I made this little video to try to show you what it looks like, because I don't think anything like this has ever existed in Israel before. And I wanted to sort of capture it, to share it with you, because it's impossible to imagine without some sort of visual assistance here. I mean, talking to a computer to people around the world, it's just too much to actually see. You got to have some sort of visual encounter with it. So I just wanted to see this with your own eyes and know that your prayers are being brought before God in this holy land. I'm like alone in the mountains, capturing the attention of God. That's what it feels like. I'm like, hello, I'm out here all alone, and I am speaking on behalf of believers around the world. And I just want you to see for a moment what it looks like and where I am when I'm praying with you in Israel. So check this out. Hey guys, so I'm out here in the mountains, and this is just my dedicated time. I've never prayed for so many people before. And so in order to accomplish that goal, I just went out. Over here is my trusty dog, puppy Sparky. Behind me here is my trusty horse, Hector. He helps me make it the way through these mountains deep enough where I'm just all alone. And the truth is that this selfie camera doesn't do it justice. Check this out from a drone of where I am and what you can see. Anyway, I know this is a virtual experience, but I wanted you to know that I'm out here in the mountains of King David, praying as best as I can, trying to tune into the message that this fellowship needs now, what the world needs now. And so this is as good as I can get to bringing the mountains of Judea to you and your families around the world. So this is one step closer of the Torah going forth from Zion in a new way. So that's as good as I can do, at least for now, until they kind of make goggles where you can come with me into the mountains. That's as good as I got right now. But I'm out in the mountains, literally, it's the Judean frontier. You know, we are the last settlement that is, it's like the cutting edge of the return of the Jewish people to the mountains of Judea. So once I go past our farm, I am literally just, there's nothing for me until the mountains of Moab. And so I know that that just has to capture God's attention, that his eyes have to be watching so closely to what's happening here.